Hypertension is not caused by salt. It's caused by imbalance in your electrolyte in your bloodstream. So now you'll be asking, what is electrolyte again? In the bloodstream, there's what we call electrolyte, of which consists of sodium and potassium. And this has to be balanced. They have to be in the normal amount, normal level, for your blood level to be moving at a normal space, So a lot of habits or your daily activities can contribute to why there is imbalances. So hypertension or high blood pressure occurs when the sodium level is more in your bloodstream more than the potassium level. And if this sodium level is there for a prolonged period of time, it can result into an elevated high blood pressure. And this can actually start destroying things around your blood vessels, around your arteries. And all this will be happening without you even realizing it. That is why hypertension is a quiet and a silent destroyer, because before you start seeing signs, it has done a lot of damages inside. So what are those things? I know you might be asking, what are those things that contribute to this high sodium level or prolonged period of elevated blood pressure in your bloodstream? Number one is stress, because when you are stressed, it triggers cortisol, and this cortisol is a hormone and it releases into your bloodstream. Also, for a prolonged period of time, it can elevate your blood pressure, and the elevated blood pressure can result into all these damages. Second is lack of sleep, because your heart pumps blood, and you need this sleep to rejuvenate, to rest. When you are not having enough sleep, it can result into elevated cortisol level as well. And the third one is consuming foods that are highly processed. And processed food contains this high amount of sodium that we don't even want in the first place, that elevated your blood pressure. And you have less real food, because your real food comes with potassium level that's supposed to balance the sodium level. So you are taking more of the processed food, which has more sodium, and taking less of the real food, which is supposed to have more of potassium. So all these everyday habits contributed. And the other cause of your elevated blood pressure or increasing sodium in your bloodstream is sitting in one place for too long. Long hours sitting, no moving your body, can reduce circulation of blood. And your heart keep pumping blood 24/7. So you need to be moving around to strengthen, to increase circulation of blood around your body. And the fifth one is unresolved anger, bottling up of anger, because when you're angry, it puts you in the mode of fight or flight mode, and this mode can also increase cortisol level, which is that hormone that is produced excessively when you are stressed. And when you have this unresolved anger, not having peace for a prolonged period of time, it can result into anxiety, it can result into overthinking, it can raise your cortisol level in the bloodstream, prolonged blood pressure, and also lead to hypertension, even to stroke level blood pressure. So that is why some people still eat well and end up with high blood pressure or hypertension. Blood pressure, food is very important, but your daily habit as well, your emotions have something to also do with it. That is why when they just said you don't eat salt, salt is what elevates your blood pressure, is not enough. You need vital information. So when all these are happening every day, your habits, your emotions are not resolved, it can result into hypertension. And if you have a family history, now this one is underlined, is there already. If you have a family history, it's important you have to keep checking your blood pressure. Don't wait for signs. You don't have to wait for the signs of you having to be fainting. Those are those signs. Headache that is always feeling different, like a normal headache, feeling dizzy, having shortness of breath, tightness around your chest, and feeling like fainting or dizziness. When you start feeling this way, it might not be sign of just stress. It's time for you to go to the hospital and get your blood pressure checked. It's free in the hospitals anywhere you go. Know your values and always ask them to explain to you. Like when you have value 120 by 80, that is normal range. That is no more than 120/80. But when it gets to a point where you are having 140 by 90, that is high blood pressure level or hypertension level. But when it's elevated to a point where you're having 180 by 110, you're having 200 by 120, that is stroke territory. And it doesn't end there. Whether you're normal hypertension or you have an elevated one that you have to manage, you go back home and work on your food, on your daily routine, on your activities every day, on your emotions. We start from consuming food that are rich in potassium, of which can come from your avocado, from your vegetables. They have high level of potassium that can balance your sodium level, of which you still have to work on reducing your sodium. Any food, processed food, cut on them, cut on the amount of processed food you are consuming. And also stop alcohol, stop smoking. All this puts you at a high level. Sleep well, walk every day, exercise to keep the circulation going. Have a good sleep. And you have unresolved trauma, unresolved anger, manage it effectively while you also manage your stress level. You don't have to sit down and be praying for long life and shorten it with your daily activities, with your habit. Healing doesn't start in the hospital. They only manage you. Healing starts with you, your choice, your daily activities. Go today and start working on how to balance your electrolyte level. That is what I want you to get on your head. When they talk about blood pressure, think of how to balance your electrolyte level, which is balancing the sodium and the potassium. Don't allow the sodium to be elevated to boost your blood pressure for a long period of time, of which include all what I mentioned in this video. Now come to the end of this video. Make sure you watch this video 2 to 3 times to understand what blood pressure is all about and understand how management or healing is in your hand, not in the hand of the doctors in the hospital. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment which is the best aspect of this video you enjoy and how have you been managing your blood pressure, and tell me whether you have checked your blood pressure and what is the value. Share with others to benefit as well. Don't allow this silent thing to pie you. Share with others and your lovely family members as well. Don't go yet until you subscribe to this channel for more healthy tips. Be happy and stay healthy. See you in the next one. Bye bye.